Hi, first grade scientists. This is Mrs. Shepherd, and I wanted to read you this book. It's pretty long, so hopefully you have a few minutes to watch with me. It's about many different animals and how they care for their young, and also cool facts about their young. It's called Born in the Wild. There's a sea otter. Born in the Wild, baby mammals and their parents. A baby is born. Polar bear cubs arrive tiny, blind, and nearly hairless. They may grow to weigh over 900 pounds, but at birth they are no bigger than squirrels. The cubs sleep and stay warm against their mother's fur. In a few months, they'll be big enough to explore the world outside their den. Other babies look like little adults and they are ready to run. A giraffe calf is born in open country where lions prowl. After some shaky stumbles, she wobbles to her feet, and within hours, she may be ready to sprint away from danger. The baby is hungry. All mammals begin life nursing on their mother's milk. Grizzly bear cubs nurse for several months before they start eating grasses, berries, insects, and a little meat. But they won't be weaned from their mother's rich milk for 2 or 3 years. Wolf pups grow tiny teeth in their first 3 weeks, but meat is tough, so the pups rely on adults chewing and regurgitating it. Regurgitating means kind of, in a sense, throwing it back up in their mouth again. Birds do something similar. So the adult will eat the meat, chew it up so it's more soft, and then regurgitate it right into the mouths of the baby pups so that they can get it down their throats easier. Within 2 months, the pups will have adult teeth and they can eat the meat brought back to the den all by themselves. A 2-week-old guanaco calf begins to eat a little grass. Over the next few months, she will depend less and less on her mother's milk until she is weaned entirely. The baby needs protection. Mammals are born small and defenseless. They need to be kept safe from danger. In these first few days, a white-tailed deer fawn is too wobbly and frail to run, so he hides by staying perfectly still. His mother comes back to nurse him occasionally, but most of the time she stays away, so hungry predators will not find him. A mother panda protects her cub by cradling him to her chest. For several days after he was born, she won't even put him down to eat or drink. It will be months before he is strong enough to support his own weight. Until then, he depends on his mother to hold him safe. A musk ox calf is strong enough to endure harsh Arctic storms, but she is defenseless against the hungry wolves. With sharp horns, snorts, and stomps, the entire herd forms a tight protective circle around the little one, guarding the little one from any attacks. I like how they're all working together to guard the babies. The baby needs shelter. Animals need to be protected from rain, wind, and snow, and shaded from the hot sun. Young western harvest mice, called pinkies, grow quickly in nests their mothers weave with grass and plants. Badger cubs stay sheltered with their mother in the burrow she digs underground. A litter of raccoon kits shares a crowded home high in a hollow tree. Within weeks, they will grow big enough to begin to explore. The baby needs to move. Here's an opossum. A newborn mammal might need to keep up with its mother as she searches for food or flees from danger. Eastern gray kangaroos are marsupials. The baby, called a joey, is protected and carried by his mother in a special pouch. However, wherever she goes, he goes too. Virginia opossums are also marsupials, but there are so many joeys in this family, they soon outgrow their mother's pouch. They cling on her back while she roams about. Hold on tight. I have a connection. Boys and girls in my neighborhood growing up and in my neighborhood where I live now, we had possums, and Every spring and early summer, if we were lucky, we would see some of the possums running on the fence in the evening or nighttime, and they would have all their babies, all their joeys on their back. And I always thought it was a lot of fun to look for the babies. A plains zebra colt is born with long, wobbly legs that soon grow strong. Within hours, he can leap and run from predators that stalk his herd. The baby is part of a family, a bunch of meerkats. Animal families can be large or small. A mother hippopotamus gives birth to a single calf. Soon after birth, the pair joins other females and their babies. Their group is called a school, and together the mothers protect the calves from the lions and the other predators. Red fox kits grow up with several siblings. A mother fox usually has a litter of 4 to 6 kits, sometimes more. The father fox brings food back to the den and helps to protect them. Only 2 to 4 pups join a meerkat family called a mob each year. Parents, older siblings, cousins, aunts, and uncles all protect and teach them. The baby needs to be caressed and groomed. Groomed means cleaned. To grow healthy, newborns need stimulation and attention. Baby cougars cuddle close to their mother. She grooms her cubs tenderly and sleeps curled around them, keeping them safe and warm. A chimpanzee infant is inseparable from her mother, but other female chimps and their youngsters also form strong bonds with the new baby, touching, holding hands, and playing with the little one. This nurturing will ensure she becomes a successful member of their community. A newborn elephant calf gets lots of reassurance from her mother, aunts, and grandmothers. The family welcomes the calf by touching her with their trunks as if to say, "Are you okay?" The baby grows strong through play. Youngsters build grown-up skills by jumping, chasing, and roughhousing. Ring-tailed lemur infants are curious and eager to explore. They hop as if their legs were made of springs. Soon they'll be nimble enough to leap through the trees. Stalk, run, quick, attack! Lion parents are tolerant of their cubs' games of hunt and chase. The cubs will need these skills to survive. Pushing and shoving, mountain goat kids play King of the Rock. This may be fun, but mock battles also prepare the young male billies to compete for mates when they become adults. The baby learns. Sea otter. Young mammals must be taught to find food and be alert for danger if they are to survive into adulthood. Chirp! A mother pika screams in alarm as a hawk flies overhead. Her youngsters learn that hawks are dangerous. They race back to their den. Before he can swim, a sea otter pup watches his mother. She teaches him to swim and dive, to find clams and urchins for food, and to crack open tough shells with a rock. It takes a young orangutan at least 10 years to discover all he needs to know. As he grows up, his mother shows him where to find food, how to do more complicated things like using sticks for tools, and even how to build a sleeping nest of leafy branches in the tree. Kits and joeys, cubs and colts, every baby mammal needs gentle care and teaching, just like you. Boys and girls, there's a few more pages in this book, and it is really cool because it just gives more facts about each of the animals. And I'm not going to have time to read all of it to you right now, but I wanted to show you that it's here. So that's why there still looks like there's so many more pages. It also has a glossary, which talks about the important words or the new science words that we might have learned in the book, like mammal or predator. Okay? And then it says the sources of where the authors got the information for creating this book. So this book was all about mammals, and I want you to know that mammals have to take really good care of their young, and we as humans are mammals. But there are other types of animals where they have their babies and then they let them grow up kind of on their own. So hopefully I will find some resources to also share those with you so that you can do some more learning about other types of animals where the babies kind of grow up on their own. So I hope you have a great time learning this week, and I will see you again next week for more learning. We'll be moving on to a new topic, so we will be all done with baby animals and how they are like their parents but a little different, and also we'll be all done with how they're cared for. So any extra research you want to do about animals and their young, any extra videos you want to watch or books you want to read or questions you have for your adults, this is the time to ask them or to email me, and ask me about these animal questions because we're going to be moving on to something new next week. Bye guys!